artists, my name is Katherine.
My name is Belinda.
Today we're going to be making a special kind of artwork called a self-portrait.
Katherine, what is a self-portrait?
A self-portrait is an artwork that an artist makes about themselves.
That sounds fun. I want to make one too.
Okay, let's get started, but first let's look over our materials. Today we're going to be using oil pastels or a crayon or pencil to draw our portrait, watercolor paint, a paintbrush, water, watercolor paper, and a mirror. You can look in a mirror before you start drawing your self-portrait, or you can keep one nearby so you can look as you work. To get started, I'm going to choose a brown and blue oil pastel to draw the lines and shapes. Then I'll add color later. First, I'm going to draw the biggest shape, the shape of my head. I'm going to feel the shape with my hands. I feel an oval. What shape do you feel? Is your oval longer, shorter, or a little bit wider? I notice that the top of my head by my forehead is wider. Now let's go to the chin. That's a lot smaller. I'm going to keep this in mind as I draw my self-portrait. I'm going to begin my drawing with very light lines. That way I can make changes as I go along. Also going to make my oval nice and big. That way I can fit in all the facial features. I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Next, I'm going to add the two lines for the neck. Next, we're going to draw the different parts of our face. Let's begin with the eyes. Let's gently feel the shape of our eyes. Go all the way around. It also feels like an oval, except it's smaller, and I notice that it's pointier on both ends. I'm going to leave some space for my forehead and draw the eyes. My eyes are a curved oval. One. And then I'll draw a second. Nice and slowly so I can draw everything that I felt. Okay. Our eyes have a small circle shape inside of them. That's the iris. I'll draw the iris next. Above our eyes are our eyebrows. Let's take a feel. Gently feel the shape of your eyebrows. I feel an oval. It's longer, a little thinner, and this time it's going down. It's time to draw our nose. Our nose is right in the middle of our face, in between our eyes. Pick up your fingers once again, and let's feel our nose together. Notice that the top of my nose is thinner, and as I walk my fingers down, it gets wider. It's like a triangle shape. Except the corners on the bottom are little curves.
Katherine, I drew my nose, but I think I want to make it a little bigger. What do you do when you want to change something?
That's a great question, Belinda. This happens to artists all the time. You can try drawing right over it.
Like this?
Great problem solving, Belinda.
Thanks.
Now I'm going to add my mouth to my self-portrait. Let's take a feel. Gently trace the shape of your mouth. It's also a pointy oval, pointing downward. But what if I open my mouth like this? It changes. I think I'm going to take a look at the shape of my mouth with my mirror. What feeling does that show? I looked surprised. We can show different feelings when we have our mouth closed. Let's try it out. What if I do this with my face? What feeling am I showing? I think I'm going to draw my mouth surprised. Belinda, what kind of feeling are you going to show in your self-portrait?
I'm going to draw a curved line to show a happy feeling.
Okay, that sounds great. I'm going to continue drawing slowly. Next, I'm going to add the shapes on the outside of my face. Let's begin with the ears. The shape of my ear feels curved. What else is on the outside of our head? Hair. I'm going to draw a bumpy shape to draw my hair. Bump, 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 bump. First, I'm going to make some dark lines. And then I'm going to add some lighter lines in between.
I'm going to draw some curly lines to make my hair.
You can use all different kinds of lines and shapes to draw your hair. I wonder how you'll draw it. What details can we add to show more about who we are? I think I'm going to try the eyelashes. I also noticed that when I opened my mouth wide, I could see the bottom of my teeth. I'm going to add that detail as well. What details will you add to your self-portrait? Okay, I think we're done, Belinda. What do you think of mine?
It looks great. I noticed the details you added, the teeth and the eyelashes.
Thank you, Belinda. I tried to go slowly and draw every shape that I felt. What details did you add to yours?
I added earrings.
I noticed that you used curly lines to show your hair.
Yes, I did. I wonder how we can add color to our portraits.
That's a good idea. We can use watercolor to finish our self-portraits. You can do this too if you have watercolors. You could also use any other material to add color. To get started, we need to wake up our watercolor paint. I'm going to dip my paintbrush in the water and go back and forth. And I'm going to bring my brush to my paint. I'm going to add the water until the paint looks a little bit shiny. That's when I know it's ready. I notice that when I put the watercolor paint on top of the oil pastel line, they push away the paint. They resist the watercolor. Okay, now I think I'm gonna add a little bit of color to my hair. I can even paint the area around my face. That's the background. I'm done with my self-portrait. Belinda, did you complete yours?
I did. Wow, look how the color changed your self-portrait.
I chose blue for my background. What color did you choose, Belinda?
I chose green because it's my favorite color.
I didn't know green was your favorite color. I learned something new about you from your self-portrait. It's fun to show who we are in our self-portraits. How about you? What lines and shapes will you use to draw your self-portraits? What special details will you add? When you're done, you can share your self-portrait with someone and tell them about the choices you made.
Have fun, artists!